Michael Van Grift, MCV Realty Group.
You guys now in another episode of Realtor Minute. We have a very distinguished guest with us.
Our mission is to be the real estate company of choice, to always utilize resources and technology to provide the best service to all of our clients, to be able to provide the options to best fit each client's needs, to treat every client like family and guide them to a destination. Our vision, to be your real estate agent and advisor for life, to help guide you through each chapter of your life, honestly, ethically, and when you're ready.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the 3Rivers Market Report. Michael Vandergrift, MCV Realty, coming to you with this report for January 28, 2026. And the market's always moving. Closings happen every day. December and January are historically the slower periods in real estate, but that doesn't mean it's dead. People are still making moves. Houses are still getting sold, but we are showing some downward trend. We're seeing a lot of down arrows this week. We had active available inventory down 3.6%, which kind of shows us that we've got buyer demand still there, homes still being stripped from the market. We have less active available inventory, showing up 15% year over year on active available listings, which is lower than what we have been seeing. And remember, we've been in an inventory crisis for years, so we really need inventory. And new listings were down 14% week over week, down same year over year, 14%. Solds were down 25% week over week, flat year over year. Pendings were down just less than 1%, just down 1 week over week, down just 5% year over year. Median sale price, we saw another drop, and we've been seeing this drop since about October. We've been seeing a flattening and a downward trend on home prices. So we're getting ready. We're showing 12% depreciation week over week, came in at $225,200 median versus last year where it was $257,250 for this week. But we are still seeing over the last 12 months holding at $253,000 median versus last year at this time when it was $249,900. So showing 1% appreciation over the 12 months. So we are seeing downward pressure on prices at this time. The evidence doesn't lie. It's there. We report, you decide. We want to make sure this is as unbiased as possible. And I love this report because it makes sure that I'm aware of the market, know what the market's doing so that I convey it to you. And I do these videos every week at 8 a.m. every Wednesday. I pull the data myself, so I try to make sure it's as little distorted as possible and as real and unbiased as it can be. Somebody told me once, well, you have to say that. No, Michael Vandergrift does not have to say anything. Michael Vandergrift and MCV Realty try to be as honest and ethical as possible and represent your best interests, because I am a licensed realtor and I have a fiduciary duty to my clients as such. Days on market, we saw the average speed up a little bit, went down 5 to 53 and median at 55, which is a higher days on market than we've seen in a while, but it's right on pace with last year where it was 53 average, 34 median. The median's quite a bit higher, which is showing the reality of it, and the market's just slower right now, and where buyers are getting more time to decide, they're taking more time. Some buyers are misled to believe it's a buyer's market when it's not. It still is a seller's market. We're still under 3 months inventory. You need 3 to 6 months inventory to be a balanced, and then 6 months or more becomes a buyer. Now, eventually, will we get to a buyer? Most likely. History says we will, but we've been in a seller for a long time, longest ever in history. We go back to July of 2022 was the peak of the market, and that was the hottest seller's market in history. I remember we had days on market at 7 average, 3 median at one time in, I believe it was July of 2022, when the market was at its height of strongest ever for the seller. Last 12 months, homes sold, we saw coming at 4,590 versus last year at this time was 4,435, so showing about 4% up on homes sold. We're seeing to have a balanced 6-month inventory, we'd need 2,295 homes, and we only have 607 available in Fort Wayne Metro, so showing about 3.8 buyers per listing. And that is your market report in a nutshell. Feel free to reach out to us if you want to put together a game plan or need any help, anything real estate related. We love to help you and advise you so that you can make informed decisions. Everyone make it a great day. Grace and peace.